Sandra, you've been muted. Okay, our first question, and this is for all of our candidates. Our order will be Williams, Bibb, DeBello, Jones, Kelly, Kucinich, and Reed. Give us your thoughts on policing and the Citizens for a Safer Cleveland ballot initiative. And will you accept or refuse an endorsement or contribution from the Cleveland Patrolmen's Association? And so again, it starts with you, Sandra.
All right. Well, my belief about the Civilian Citizens Review Board is that it doesn't go far enough. I'd like to see a review board where after the Civilian Review Board makes their decision to discipline or to terminate a law enforcement officer, that we have some real teeth in making sure that those individuals are not going back on the streets to the people of the city of Cleveland. I don't believe it does that. I think we basically changed the way or who actually disciplines them, but it goes back into the same process of the grievance procedure as well as the arbitration procedure. And as you all also know, the civilian or the police contract actually supersedes the Civilian Review Board. So I think there's a little bit more work to do. If the Civilian Review Board actually goes into play, I will be 100% supportive of that. And I am not accepting any money from the police.
Next up is Justin Bibb.
I wholeheartedly endorse the Safer Cleveland ballot initiative because right now it calls for a special moment in our city to finally get police accountability right. I'm a son of a cop, right? I get both sides of this equation. And it's important for the next mayor to be willing to share power with the residents to ensure we have the right oversight to ensure we have the right accountability in place and change the culture of our police department. We can have more, smarter, and effective policing and also do the hard work of getting real accountability in our police department. And I will not accept any money from the Cleveland Police Union.
Thank you, Justin. Next up is Ross DeBello.
Thank you, Deb. Yes, I do support and will continue to support, even if the voters pass it, the charter amendment to make it permanent. I believe that internal affairs is insufficient to sharply police. I believe that any institution, including the mayor's office, the presidency, needs checks and balances to get us to true accountability, to where people are saying, oh, look, we never needed this because nothing's happening. Well, that's the effect. I will support the monitors and funding it at the appropriate levels. And I will, as Ms. Hardaway just got back on, thankfully, and I will not accept endorsements or contributions from the CPPA.
Thank you. Next up, we have Bachelor Jones.
Thank you. We gotta get as quick as Deb on that mute and unmute. But I want to say that I am not in support of the charter the way that it is. It removes the power from the mayor to discipline. I get why it's created though, because the people haven't been heard, and I understand that tremendously. The fact is that we have to make sure that we hold everyone accountable. I won't accept a donation from the CPPA, but I do want to work with the police. I think there's a lot of great police officers that want to do a good job, but there needs to be an ambassador and a champion that can bring the community and bring the police to the table. So though I won't accept a donation, I will accept their ideas. I will accept their beliefs. That helps our community, because we can't do this in a silo. We have to do it together.
Thank you. And then next up is Kevin Kelly.
Thank you. I support oversight, I support reform, but I do not support the amendment, and this does not have an opportunity to be amended through the council process as if it was an ordinance petition. So no, I do support the ideas of oversight of reform, but this takes away power from the chief. I know how to get rid of a mayor, but I don't know how to get rid of this 5-person civilian review board. And as far as the CPPA, I am not seeking endorsement nor funding from them.
Thank you. Next up, we have Dennis Kucinich.
Thank you very much. First of all, I think public safety is the defining issue in this campaign. And for that reason, I support 400 new police, at least 100 new crisis intervention experts who can respond to calls that do not require police, the creation of a civic peace department where we make peace the central organizing proposition and law enforcement adjacent to that. We need to have restorative justice, and I intend to lead the way on that. Now, as far as the charter amendment, I mean, let's get real. This is about defunding the police. And there's no reason to set up a straw man and say, well, let's not take the CPPA's endorsement. I'm not aware that they've decided to make an endorsement. And I sure haven't taken any money from any interest connected with them. But, you know, I think that we have to work with the police, and I'll bring them in so they'll support restorative justice
10 seconds.
and the civic peace department. Thank you.
Thank you. And then last up, Zach Reed.
Thank you. First of all, the CPPA will not be endorsing this year, but even if they were, I would not accept their endorsement, and I would not accept money from the CPPA. Secondly, this election is about neighborhoods. And for us to build strong neighborhoods, we need safe neighborhoods. So we've got to hold police officers accountable. We have not done that in the past. If we would have done that in the past, then Timothy Loman would never have been hired. Tamir Rice would still be alive today. And Miss Rice would be able to hug her child because Timothy Loman would have never been hired, because he would have been held accountable under my administration, and all police officers will be held accountable under my administration.
Thank you.
All right, our next question is this. How will you improve Cleveland Public Power to better serve the people and businesses of Cleveland? And what is your relationship with First Energy? And our order reverses. So Zach Reed, you were last time, so you're first this time.
Thank you very much. First of all, CPP needs strong leadership. And I will provide strong leadership, not only from the mayor's office, but I will put someone in the director's office that understands the importance of CPP, the importance to the people in the city of Cleveland as it relates to getting good, strong power. But we also need to look at CPP being utilized in such a way that provides broadband for those underserved neighborhoods, that provides security cameras like they do in other communities. We own those utility poles. Therefore, we should be utilizing those utility poles and this utility to help the people in our community, to help us rid our community of the poverty that exists in our community. And I can tell you that CPP can clearly be helping us to rid our community of poverty.
Next is